Hi everybody, today I'm going to share with you a very resilient company that have been providing stable dividend despite the market volatility. And this company is none other than ST Engineering. ST Engineering is being rated AAA by Moodys and S&P. It is very rare for a company to be rated AAA, which indirectly tell you that how much confidence investors have on this company. And we also know that this company is also linked towards the defense side. But some of you may know that they also do on the aerospace and also do on the urban solution like the rail transport system. And this year, they have actually reorganized the company structure into three key groups. Okay, the first group is called the aerospace, commercial aerospace. The second is called the urban solutions and SATCOM. And the third one is called the defense and public securities. Let's look at what actually are these three groups. Is further into divided into 9 subsegments, where the commercial aerospace is practically focusing on the aerospace industry aspect, and the urban solution and SATCOM is urban solution. It can be even the supporting the rail, okay, the rail system and the satellite communication, and the defense side, like they are building weapons, they are building tanks, building warship on the land, sea and air, and also on the digital system and the cyber side. Let's look at their revenue breakdown. Because of the diversity and because of they have one key component which is called the defense industries, this have made them to be more of a all-weather proof industry. You can see that from first half 2019, first half 2020 and first half 2021, we can see that the commercial side, the revenue have been dropping, which actually is being affected by the COVID. However, we can see that the defense side is actually increasing despite COVID. So defense is actually a weatherproof thing, and because of that, the defense increase is able to help to compensate off the commercial revenue decrease. So this is why I feel that it is a very resilient company. And let's look at the group revenue. For first half 2021, we have noticed that the defense actually is still the major contributor to this company, which contribute more than 50% of the company revenue. And this will create a stability in the company revenue, as defense spending is in thing that every country will do, and especially this is a Singapore company, so they are so-called the main defense contractor for our Singapore defense industry. Of course, this company will also want to grow, so you look at commercial aerospace that will start to expand overseas, and the urban solution where they can go even to something like the rail industry globally. We'll talk about that later. And let's look at the financial data, the past 5-year key financial data. We can see that the profit for this company is pretty stable over the past 5 years. And one thing I just want to point out is the dividend per share. We can see that the dividend payout for the company over the past 5 years and is consistently 15 cents. Okay, so this is good for investors that they just want to have a stable dividends regardless of market condition. But do take note that the dividend is stable but it's not increasing. Of course, it's much better than those companies that dividend fluctuate and sometimes dividend come down. And let's look at the earning per share. So one of the key concerns is you can look at their payout ratios over the year. It's on average about 90%, which is considered very high for a dividend paying company. So this is one of the key concerns. What happens if one day their revenue were to drop, their income were to drop? Are they able to continue to sustain this 15-cent dividend? So this is one of the key concerns when you're looking at ST Engineering. However, the company never stopped growing, and we can look at this return of equity. You can see that the return of equities over the past 5 years have been more than 20%. This is a very great track record for this type of big company, as it's very hard to find a blue chip company in Singapore that can consistently deliver a ROE of more than 20%. So this shows that why they are able to maintain a high payout ratio to give the constant dividend, because they are able to deliver the returns consistently over time. Why they are able to do that is they are constantly getting new contracts over time. But for Q1, they have won more than $1 billion of contract. Q2, 2021, they got another $1.82 billion worth of contract. And do take note, this is contract that can be disclosed. And they are doing business on the defense industry. So certain contracts, some due to customer confidentiality, they are not able to disclose. So actually, the contract they won should be more than 1.8 billion. And the order book is very robust. As of June 2021, the order book is 16.8 billion. This order book is even higher than the pre-COVID level. So it shows that the revenue and the income is really already there. The future revenues and income can be predicted for ST Engineering, and we know that the company will still be maintained profitable going forward in the next few years. Let's look at the chart for this company for the 20-year chart. You can see that after the global financial crisis, right, you can see that the chart is more towards sideways chart. That means they hover around a range. They didn't grow very fast like some of the company, but the share price also didn't drop. And it's more like a sideways trend for these stocks. And let's look at what happened in the past 2 years. COVID, they have a knee-jerk effect. They have dropped to $2.78, but after that, they have managed to recover. And now it's also more towards a sideways move. So from the long-term chart and short-term chart, you can look at, you are looking at high price appreciation, high growth in the share price. Unlikely this company will be able to deliver that. But you also give you a peace of mind that the share price will not go down on the downtrend in the near term due to their very robust order book and due to the nature of their business. And this indirectly will give you a stability in the dividend income, a predictable dividend income. Of course, ST Engineering do not stop there, and they are still continue to try to grow their business and try to expand their business globally. And we see that recently they have just marked their first ever biggest investment, which is a $3.6 billion purchase over a company in US, a US transport technology company. And for this company will be issued by fund by cash and debts. A lot of people may concern that this may affect the dividend, but they have mentioned that the company will able to self-service the interest and the debt. The cash flow is enough for the company to self-service, and it should not affect the dividend policy or the dividend we are going to collect. And in fact, I hope that you're able to rise the profit of the company further. But despite they doing that, Moodys actually give them a downgrade, okay, on their baseline credit assessment, because they are concerned on the debt aspect. But no matter what, it's still an investment grade company on that. And the next news is they also partner with MSI Global. Okay, MSI Global actually belong to LTA, and so that they are partnering with LTA to grow overseas, to provide real solutions for overseas. Actually, for ST Engineering, real solution is also part of their business, which is under the Urban Solution Group. They have actually provided real service solutions overseas, and they actually have implemented over 100 real electronics projects in more than 48 cities worldwide. So by partnering with MSI Global, which also have a lot of projects overseas, this will further enhance ST Engineering revenues and ST Engineering growth. In a nutshell, we can see that ST Engineering is a very resilient company, especially they have the defense arm, which currently contribute more than 50% of their revenue. Thus, you are someone that want to look for stable cash flow or stable dividends, ST Engineering may be one of your consideration. But however, you're looking at some growth stock that give you high price appreciation, okay, instead of dividend, then ST Engineering may not be a choice. So personally, I feel that it is a company that's good for retirees, okay, to consider. That's all I have to share with you today. And if you feel that this video benefit you, do remember to like and share, and also do leave your comment below so to let me know what you think. And do remember to subscribe and press the bell button so that you'll be notified on my next video. I shall see you in my next video. Bye bye.